Hey YouTube, this is Tony. Just trying to show you how I got my get to repair my clicking sound on the AC unit. So of course you have to take the dash off. I'm gonna try to go as fast as I can, okay? So I have to take the dash off to get to it. And just a little synopsis on this, because most videos don't show this. Take the screws out, certain areas. Then once you get the screws off the bottom portion of it, all you do is you pull the radial portion out, and mine broke because it's real brittle. So you see these little notches, it just pulls out. You just gently do that and the whole thing will come out. After you take the instrument cluster, well, before you take the instrument cluster off, you do the same thing. You pull this little lip off, and that'll expose the screws that you need to take off the instrument cluster. Disconnect the wires, the harness from it. This pops up, and of course, once you take that off, do the same thing over here. You take the screw out from the top. There's one screw there, and there's a screw right here. Just take that off. You're going to use your flathead screwdriver. Pop this up gently, because this is the same material that's used that cracks. Okay, so gently do that. Take this up. Then you're going to expose the 3 10 millimeters right there. Take all the screws out, and then you don't just pull it off. You have to wiggle your way, wiggle it until you get it. Okay, now before I go to the truck, just want to show you that these are the parts that I got today. If you notice, you can pause the video. The actuators that I got is from 2 different locations, and they're exactly the same part number. These are the ones that I took off of the truck. They're exactly the same part. They have the same numbers on the back, different dates, same exact number, same part number. The guy at the Nissan dealer was nice enough to give me a copy, a printout of the locations of where they are. That way he can give me the correct part number. These are like, say, the dealer stock number, but I don't need the original or the stock number right now. You can always get that later. But if you notice, there's a total of 5 actuators, and this one and this one is what I bought. So this is the front of the vehicle. It's the front of the vehicle. So once you're inside the vehicle, this is the driver's side right here. You have the bottom and you have the top. The top one is the one that's giving me the clicking sound. As it's opening, when it's closing, it's click, 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 trying to close, or what it should have done was stop, because it was either closed or open, right? But it doesn't do that. And the only other thing is this one here, which is this. I changed that one. This is the blend door motor, and the way they work kind of like a dial on a radio dial. The more current you give it, the louder it gets. So the more you turn it, the more power it gets, and the more it opens or the more it closes. So that's how these actuators work. The reason I'm changing this one is because I have to turn the dial way up or max it out for the door for me to feel heat, and that's why I'm changing that one out. So it's not clicking, but the blend door is not working the way it should, because as I gently turn, it should open some, and the more I turn, the more it should open, but it's not doing that. So there's another one on the door that's letting in fresh air, right? And if you notice, I kind of use a different color highlighter. This one ends with a B at the bottom, and the reason for that is, if you notice the end of the sprocket here, I don't know if I'm saying it correctly, but I'm gonna call it a sprocket. If you notice, it's a little different. It's going to be a little different than this one. That's why the numbers are different. The number is also different on this one. So that's why I highlighted these. Okay, so there's a total of 5 on this unit. Now, just because there's a total of 5 doesn't mean that's why I changed it. I isolated this, I found it, so that's 1. This is another problem because the blend door is not opening, that's 2. But once I get those in and I test it and maybe run the engine for a little bit and screw around with the AC, open the fresh air door, then I'll probably try to figure out if any of these other ones are clicking also. While I'm down here, these are the tools that I'm using. T20 Torx, flathead, Phillips, 5.5, 6.5, 8 millimeter, 10 millimeter. This is, standard for these Japanese vehicles. And for me, most important, this jeweler's flathead. The reason for that one, you're gonna need something this small. Maybe not a jeweler's flathead, maybe like a small knife or something you can pry with, because this is what comes in handy for disconnecting the airbag under the dash. And the airbag is on the passenger side. It's on this side of the dash, and it's up under here. Okay, so you have these areas to be connected. So let's go to the truck. So once you get this out, like I said, center console where the shift knob is, once you get that out, there's gonna be some screws down here at the bottom. Screw that off, and you work your way until you get everything off, right? So then you start taking these ducts out, little at a time. Now this one here, when you get to this one, the screw is upside down. If you notice, it's pointed down. There's no way to get it up. You're gonna have to kind of force it back and forth until you get it and get it out. Okay, good luck on that. I don't know why they have that upside down, but I'm not an engineer. Maybe that's why. All right, this one here I can't get out. I'll have to take quite a bit more out to get it out, so I couldn't get that one out. And let's see here, I had to take this black box off. And not only that, if you notice, before I get all, my seat is not there. My seat is not there because my back was killing me trying to get around it and everything else. So anyways, this motor here is the bottom motor right by my right foot, right next to the accelerator pedal. One of the other actuators that I just bought is right above it. You can't see it now, but it sits right above it. You can actually see where it goes because of those notches. But anyways, I had to move another box out of the way. This box here, I had to move it out of the way because I couldn't get the wrench inside. And Let me see here. I don't know if I can show you what's down in there. It's kind of dark. But anyways, it's right above that bottom one. That's why the dash had to come off. Here's another reason why the dash had to come off. Let me go around the other side. The dash had to come off. Let me take this off. Let's take all these out. And I had put them back just to show that they can be removed. So the other one goes right there. It sits right here on top, and you can see it slides right in, and it has 3 bolts. Okay, so the cold air from outside, the fresh air, here's the other one. This one I'm not changing yet. Reason I'm not changing it yet, most of my knocking and clicking is not anywhere close to over here. And I did visually see it. That was the top one closest to the driver side, above that bottom one with the B number, ending B number. Okay, so I just showed you 4 locations. I showed you there's an actuator here, there's one for the blend door, there's a top and a bottom. Now the 5th one is right here. You can see where the left foot would be on the passenger side. It's right there, maybe about 6 inches in. You can feel it. It's kind of dark under there, but you can put your hand there and feel it. That's where the 5th one is. You don't have to take the dash off for that one. But if this one up here for the fresh air goes bad, you have to take the dash off of that one. So, which is why after I disconnect everything, I will be testing everything before I put the dash back on, because I don't want to take the dash off again. Okay, so you'll have to take a few things off, you know, like where your handle is. So anyways, you'd have to you get the gist of what I'm saying. Now the jeweler's flathead comes in right here. There's an orange and a yellow. Okay, you see how this black metal, I think it's metal, I push it in. Okay, well, all you have to do when it's up, it's gonna be upside down. You push the jeweler screwdriver or whatever sharp edge you have gently, because a lot of guys have damaged their vehicle and be, you know, running around town now. You think a clicking sound is irritating. Drive around town with a freaking light going off all the time in your truck. That's irritating. Okay, so you push the see how I used my finger and it opened up? You push the jeweler flathead between there and it opens up, and you gently bring it down, wiggle it down. Okay, if you don't do that, well, you're just gonna screw it up, and then you're gonna have to go back to the dealer and pay quite a bit of dollars to get it corrected, because that light's gonna go on, the computer is gonna hold that memory. Most importantly, before you screw around with this or screwing around with anything over there, disconnect your battery before you go at it. My battery has been disconnected, so disconnect your battery. It's for safety, and you don't want to put anything in your computer that you can't clear out without going to the dealer or buying some kind of mechanical tool to get it out. Okay, so that's all I got. Good luck. Good luck. I love my truck. That's why I'm doing this. Good luck.